Bit of mother's milk.
She's not allowed to split the G.
Let's try it. Give it a try. I'm not even close. I'm close. Look at his.
On the line of the G. On the line of the G.
That's pretty good.
I've been practicing that for weeks to impress you.
I'll tell you a great story about splitting the G.
Keep it clean, Brian.
I used to play in a golf tournament up in Scotland called the Dunhill Links. It's basically a celebrity pro-am, so you've got all the pros and all the celebrities. Everyone used to go into the jigger after the round, and there might be 100 people in the bar, and the barman would pour everyone a pint of Guinness, and they hand around another pint glass, and everybody puts a tenner into it, and then he rings the bell. And whoever gets it closest to splitting the G takes a glass, and that used to go on all night.
That was a lot of money.
You'd buy a few pints with that, yeah?
Absolutely.
I know Westlife supported Boyzone, and that's probably where you guys met for the first time, would it have been? But what was it about that time that, you know, why did you guys become such good pals?
Well, I think we were the two similar characters in each individual band. You know, we had a lot of common interests.
Come on yourself.
We like to have the crack and the banter. We like to play golf. We play a lot of golf now. I mean, back in the 90s, we probably partied a lot more than we do now. We still like to have a nice time, but we don't like to ruin the golf with a hangover. So if we book in golf, like at 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning, we will get to bed at some stage. We don't want to ruin the golf. But just being on stage, having the freedom to do what we do now, it's much easier with 2 than it was with 5.
We're both Man United fans, because if you're a Liverpool fan, this wouldn't work.
No, absolutely not.
You didn't have a good weekend last weekend there.
We won't get into that.
Why would you ruin our day? Our singles out today, don't ruin it.
Well, because I'm a Liverpool fan, so that's...
Here, you're right, let's go.
Let's go.
In Joe, we're huge fans of the Tyreland national anthem ad.
Tyreland,
I put up a self-made video, a kind of a selfie video, looking for staff for the Tyreland depots. I said, would you like to work for Tyreland? Would you like to work with us? We will look after you if you look after us.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's just Keith Duffy here.
How are you, Keith? And then Peter put up this, I'd like to work with you, my little princess, you know.
We'll take very good care of you if you take good care of us.
I'll treat you like a princess.
If you can't take the piss out of yourself, what's the point? Especially living in Ireland. I mean, I've had Mario Rosenstock, I've had every comedian in the world taking me off. How are you, buddies? You know, it's like, if they stop slagging me, I'll start to worry, you know. But when Peter done that, it was so eerie and weird, but funny. I'd love to take the credit for, you know, Tyreland, but it was actually a couple of DJs down in Cork Radio. They had a mimic to slag me off when I was doing an interview. They start singing Tyreland down the phone to me, going, it's a great concept. I said, it is, yeah, lovely. On the phone, I've got a great idea. I rang my partner. I said, I've got a great idea. We're going to do this ad. The Six Nations is coming up. We do this Tyreland. He thought it was great. We put a budget together. I called in George McMahon, a good friend of mine. I got on the phone to Peter. I got Shane Byrne, and you know what? We shot it in about 2 hours, and it just came out great.
Call, by the way.
No. We wanted proper singers.
Lads, you've just released your single "I Would," and you're heading on tour in the new year. I'd imagine it's a busy enough time for yourselves at the moment, is it?
Yeah, well, since we got together nearly 8 years ago now, everything has just kind of snowballed, and we haven't had time to kind of sit back and plan anything. We've just found ourselves busier and busier, going from doing an autobiographical show into doing concerts, into getting a full band behind us, into then getting into all the festivals all around the world, and it's just been a whirlwind blow. So we're sitting down, we're taking time, and we're planning properly for next year. So we've a whole world tour being planned for next year, from Ireland, England, over to America, New Zealand, Australia. It's going everywhere. But, you know, the exciting part of today is the launch of our new single, I Would, and we're very hopeful that that song is well received.
Yeah, and coming home to Ireland as well is a big thing for us. You know, as Keith said, we've toured the world for the last 8 years, but for some reason we haven't come to Ireland and done proper shows yet. So the fact we're doing 5 shows in Ireland on this tour is very exciting for us.
And tell me about the tour itself. What can fans look forward to?
Well, you know, we've got, between Boyzone and Westlife, we've 21 #1 singles in the UK. There's a lot of songs there that people are going to remember. So we have our live band, we perform the songs, and obviously now we've got our own new music as well. So, look, we sing the songs, but at the end of the day, it's me and Keith. So, as they say in Ireland, we have the crack on the stage, you know. We have a bit of fun, we enjoy ourselves. And I think the one thing I would say to people, if you want to understand what the show was, it's a trip down memory lane. You know, if you think about the first Boyzone song, was it 95?
No, 93 was the first
song. I beg your pardon, 93. So you've got...
I'm older than you think, Brian.
You're a little bit older than me, yeah. So you've got songs from 93 all the way up to our new single now. So every time we sing a song, even we feel it'll take you back to a memory of what you were doing in '93. Like every time I hear "Love Me for a Reason," I always remember back. I was a teenager, and seeing Boyzone on Top of the Pops, and I remember that part of my life every time we sing that song. And I think that's the great thing about this show is because of the expansive years that we've been going. It's a long road and a long trip, and as you listen to the concert, it will bring you on a bit of a roller coaster journey of the last 25, 30 years of your life.
With every new song that you do, obviously it's personal to Brian and I. The song is kind of like about against all odds, we're here today and we wouldn't change a thing.
Yeah.
The cuts, the bruises, the knocks, the upsets, we'd do it all over again. We'd experience it all over again just to be where we are. We're at a very kind of happy stage of our life. We've got much more control of what we do together now, which gives us more time with our family and friends, but we still work hard. And the song is just a reflection of how we feel, and the fact is we would do it all over again.
People have been asking us, because obviously Keith and I have been doing this for 8 years. We've toured the world, we've done lots of tours, but this is the first time we've ever come to Ireland on a tour. And I think for me in my head, it's one of those things, because the Irish people they're like our family, right? And when you talk about things in your life, you don't want to show somebody something until it's perfect. And I feel like that's how we've been about. We don't want to come to Ireland till we've worked really hard for the last 8 years to get where we are with songwriting and even our show, getting it right. But it feels now like we're ready to go. Okay, come on, family, come and see. This is what we've been doing. We're ready to show you.
There's that, but there's also the other side of things that we can be the biggest begrudgers in the world. You know what I mean? We're the hardest on ourselves ever. We put ourselves down so much that the fear of not having the show polished before we come here was like,
no,
we're not going
chance.
home.
Forget about it.
And we've done it for so long now that we actually are very proud of our achievements and we're happy now to share it. But look, it's a world tour, so we could only fit so many shows into Ireland. So we've decided just to do north, south, east and west. We're doing one show in Cork, one show in Galway, one show in Dublin and one show in Belfast. And, we're coming home to play the Olympia Theatre. We've played, Westlife did 14 nights in the Tree Arena. Boyzone back in the day, I think, did 8 nights in the Tree Arena. We've done Lansdowne Road, we've done the RDS show.
Where was your last show in Ireland with Boyzone?
Well, the last big one was the RDS, like 70,000. I think the Olympia only holds the Olympia only holds about 1,400, so we're going from 70,000 to 1,400. So it's hopefully going to be a hot ticket. Not to say we're anything like Oasis, far from it.
Actually, here's actually a funny fact.
You can get a ticket if you go online. We're not going to let you down.
Westlife supported you in the RDS as well. So the last time me and you were on the stage together in Dublin was in the RDS.
That was back in 1999.
I know, yeah, it's crazy.
I've always been a huge U2 fan. I'd love to see U2 in the Olympia. Much more so than Croke Park.
Absolutely.
Croke Park, you might as well be watching on a high definition widescreen TV at home. Going to see them in somewhere like the Olympia is special. It's a special vibe for music.
Well, actually, U2, the perfect example of that. I saw the same U2 show. I saw them in Croke Park and I saw them in the arena in LA. And the show in the arena in LA was 10 times better. The sound, the quality, everything was unbelievable. Yeah. So I 100% agree with that. And by the way, we were going to do Croke Park, but unfortunately because of Oasis, it was booked out. So the Olympia will have to do.
Nice of you to let them.
They offered us Croke Park in January. We thought it'd be too cold.
No, too cold, yeah.
The acoustics of the Olympia are much better as well.
And plus if we were doing it in Croke Park, the echo. We'd hear ourselves 5 times and we don't even like to hear ourselves once.